We are your Bison Nation station.
And number one for classic rock that really rocks. 107.9 The Fox.
Now, here's today's headlines with the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Happy Friday. The weekend arrives a little early this week, and that's because today is National Fun at Work Day.
Have fun at work.
Well, have fun working.
Have fun at work.
Have fun working.
Fun? This is hard work.
It's okay to have fun at work.
Not work. Fun. My work is fun.
Someone's having fun at work today.
It is National Have Fun at Work Day. Let's get the show started.
All right. Sounds good to me. That's good Friday activity.
Yeah, let's get this
It
party
is
started.
Friday, you know.
Yeah, right. All right. And we are lucky to have one of those jobs where our work is fun. At least it's part of it.
Right. After the show is when all the production crap starts.
Yeah.
They chain us to the desk.
They do. They crack the whip.
Very mean to us.
Well, welcome to it. Yes, happy Friday, man. Just like yesterday, though, we're starting out with some freezing drizzle and fog, and roads are icy. So,
And fog, yeah.
yeah, slow your roll. Give yourself a little extra time between... Well, a little extra distance, I should say, between you and the next person, and a little extra time getting to work. Maybe start out early. Dave, you did, you said.
I did, and thankfully I did, and I was still running a little late to get here. So, yeah,
That's
don't
right.
expect a lot in the news.
Our daytime highs hitting the 30s through the weekend, and hey, they pushed that 40 mark up to Monday now.
How about that?
Yeah, so we should hit 40 by then. That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We're sitting at 28 now at 6:04.
Welcome to it. Your Friday, 26th day of the new year. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. More than 73,000 North Dakotans have already applied for that property tax credit. Did you apply already for it? You and your family? Yeah, us too.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. To date, I was just trying. I was for the people.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to make conversation. Damn it. To date, Tax Commissioner Brian Karasha says more than, again, 73,000 people have already applied. It's part of a three-prong approach at tax relief to return surplus dollars to us citizens. Says it's a refund from taxes levied at the local level, driven by city and county budgets.
Yeah.
This is good news. A new military museum construction is going to start soon at the North Dakota Heritage Center. That's in Bismarck, right?
Yeah.
But this is going to be, if you like that conflict and war section at North Dakota Heritage Center and the Yesterday and Today exhibit, you're in luck because the National Guard of North Dakota is partnering with the Historical Society to build a new addition to the Heritage Center to house a new military museum.
Okay.
And by the way, there's a cool free museum over in Valley City that's connected. You can just go in. They've got a Triceratops in there. They've got another dinosaur in there.
Wow.
They've got a World War II exhibit in there, a player piano. It's cool. It's free.
Wow.
It's attached to that thrift store that's right in the middle of VC.
I was gonna
if
say-
you ever get a chance.
I thought you were going to say Subway, because I know where Subway is.
Oh,
Played many games there. You make a run to Subway.
ain't going to Subway when I go to Valley City. I'm going to Taco John's.
Or Pizza Corner.
Or Pizza. Well, both.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to all three. all right, let's
the
be
Pizza
honest.
Corner that's so busy it takes a little while.
I'll meet something for the way home.
That's right.
North Dakota BCI shares some new photos and videos related to the July 14th shooting of last year. The new report gives us a look at the shooter's home in the day leading up to the shooting. Bearcat had his own surveillance camera in his apartment. Many of the photos released are from those cameras. On the night before the shooting, we see Bearcat trying on a tactical vest and assembling some of his guns. California lawmakers trying to pass a bill that would force all new vehicles to have a speed governor so they can't go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. Here's State Senator, I'm not making this up, Scott Wiener, talking about his plan.
Okay.
It'll still be illegal to go above the speed limit, of course, but it will be physically impossible to make the car go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Huh.
Thank you, Senator Wiener.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 miles over, that's about the limit I would do anyway.
Well,
Not to drive
right.
speed or anything, officer. I'm just saying, and
But, yeah, I just feel like, what if for some reason you need to go faster than that?
Yeah.
What if somebody's chasing you? I don't know.
Or somebody flipped you off and you're chasing them. Where's the legality on that?
I don't know.
A poll asks you get $3 million immediately, but you can no longer use anything China-related. Would you take the deal?
What?
Yeah. More than half, about 52%, said yes, but others didn't want to give up their tech. And that's what it's going to be mostly be, is just
I suppose.
ton of tech, probably most everything.
Yeah, because I was thinking immediately, well, most of that stuff from China is cheap anyway, but yeah, the techie stuff is not, and we kind of need that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in a way, yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
Me too. Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Got $3 million right now. What do I need tech for?
Well, there's that.
Right?
That's how much you said? $3 million?
$3 million.
Oh,
you get $3 million, and
oh, yeah.
you can no longer ever use anything China related.
Okay.
So,
Ever.
I'll just be very picky about my electronics. That's just the way it's just going to be. A Republican state senator in Missouri filed a proposal to bring back duels. You know, dueling?
Yeah.
Yeah, if one member of the Senate insulted another member, they could challenge them to a duel. And they'd have to agree on which weapon to use.
Awesome.
What do you think of that? Clean house, man.
Let's turn
And
this.
while you're at it, bring back those car ones that go, ooga. Those are cool, too.
Let's make this into a TV show, of course.
Oh, my Lord in heaven. And then finally, it's confirmed the nation's tallest building is coming to Oklahoma City. They say from the top floor, you'll get a clear view of how little there is to do in Oklahoma City. And that's your news for right now.
Headlines brought to you by JDP Electric. There's only one place you should trust with your home electrical needs, and that's JDP Electric. Call 232-1991 today to experience the JDP difference. Coming up this morning, man, old Sarah, she's back. The biggest Detroit Lions fan we know. Well, besides Steve.
Other than Steve.
Yeah. And, of course, we've got your last chance to win tickets to Hairball at 7:35. Don't miss that. We'll check that scoreboard for you next in sports.
Gumberg high on the right side. Bowden with 10 to shoot. Drives in the baseline, throws it at traffic, and Feddersen slams it down. Get up there, Noah. Two-handed jam for the redshirt freshman. His 18th point in the game. And the Bison back up by 5, 46-41.
Yeah, Noah went on to score a career high last night. 20 points to lead the Bison. They led at half, but had a bad second half, and they fall to St. Thomas 79-66. Well, better luck next time. The Bison will have this weekend off before playing at South Dakota State and UND next week. We got the Jacks and those Fighting Hawks. A couple of big games, again, coming up next week. Meanwhile, the Wolves won in Brooklyn, 96-94 to remain the best in the West. They'll be at the Spurs tomorrow. Our Wild, they gave up 3 goals in the third to lose to the Predators 3-2. Dang it. Yeah. They're home tomorrow to face the Ducks. Well, guess what Joe Buck is now admitting?
That he sucks? Is that what it is?
He said he would redo the infamous Randy Moss disgusting act call. He said he was asked which call in his career would he like to have back, and without hesitation, he said the Randy Moss call for sure. And he went on to say, quote, "The more time goes on, the more I think, man, I can't believe that came out of my mouth. That was too far." You know, we're talking about the Mooney touchdown celebration.
Absolutely, yeah, because everybody loves to jump on the Vikings.
And he went on to say, quote, the irony of it is we were at Fox together for a brief while. We're at ESPN together. My wife, Michelle, does the pregame show, which I did not know, by the way. All the people on that pregame show, the nicest human being to my wife was Randy. How about that?
I'm not surprised.
Right.
I think he's a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, but very much so.
And I think he's well spoken too. I like him when they got him on for commentating and whatnot.
Yeah. When they asked him about having to pay that fine back in the day, which he says was a measly $10K, he said he gave them straight cash, homie.
Hang on, I got that in my sweatpants.
That's right. So nursing home residents in Baltimore have suggestions for Taylor Swift and her posse when they visit for this weekend's playoff game.
Is there anything we can repeat on the air?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay.
And maybe you've been to some of these places. The Inner Harbor, the local aquarium, and Jimmy's Famous Seafood were their top 3 suggestions for Taylor Swift.
Those are all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. The nursing home residents have spoken.
Yeah. They got something to say.
Well, Taylor Swift will be in the suite watching her man and the Chiefs go into Baltimore as 3.5-point underdogs. You don't hear that too often with the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, that's something. Huh?
Yeah.
What, is that the first game?
That's the first game on
Okay.
Sunday against the Ravens. Kickoff at 2. Following that will be the Lions, who are up against the 49ers, and they're 7-point favorites, the Niners at home on Sunday. So
Mahomes, you've had a good run, but time to give it to somebody else a break, right? And
Well,
plus, we want wings.
we'll see. Yeah, we get Popeyes, free Popeyes chicken if the Ravens win. That's my motivation. That's
The Super Bowl. They still got to win this to get
Correct,
to that. Right,
correct,
yeah.
yeah,
So we get
yeah.
nothing.
no.
They win it now, just so
but,
you know.
Yeah, I'm cheering with my stomach.
Me too. Free
All right,
food.
that's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again today. Freezing drizzle and fog. 30s for the high through Sunday. 40 come Monday. Yeah. That full Fox forecast right there. Look at it. 1079thefox.com. We've got 28 at 616.
Ooh, and we got tickets coming up for the Boat Show with Barry and Brian from the Boat Show going to be on the show. We'll talk to them coming up next.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Yeah, I can't believe it. This is a true harbinger of spring right here. Our friends are back in the town. Barry Sinenko, Brian Shin, the Boat Show's back.
We are. We're back and we're blizzardless. I'm sorry. I forgot to order it.
Yeah. No,
Maybe
dude.
next year.
We're ready to boat now.
Yeah, there's a lot of thin ice out there, so maybe we could put a boat in.
Oh, I know. And, you know, hanging out with Brian Shin is you're always on thin ice.
Whoa.
So, boom.
Wow.
Right out of the gate.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, right. Throwing you under the pontoon.
Under the bus. Under the boat. Throw me under the boat.
Well, today's the day. Kicks off at the Fargo Dome.
It does. 12 noon today. We got the Fargo Dome full of all the newest fishing boats, pontoons, wakeboard boats, personal watercraft, and docks and lifts and accessories.
Yeah.
So really anything that you need, maybe you need a new boat or a pontoon, or you got to freshen up the dock, or just, you know, maybe you want those seats that sit over the water on your dock, or
that's nice.
even just a new awning. You can get that out there. So whatever it has to do with water, we've got it out at the Fargo Dome.
Boy, you got that old-timer Tim Winterhalter coming in. Boy, that grizzled guy knows every fish in the state, I think.
Well, we dusted him off. You know, we've had him before. He does a great job.
That's a great job.
He's doing one seminar called Using Modern Electronics to Improve Your Angling Success, and that's something I would expect. This is going to be interesting. It's called Using the Johnson Outdoor One Boat Network to Integrate the Tools of Your Watercraft. I'm going to take that one in because I'm not quite sure what it's about. I'm guessing it's going to be integrating all your electronics into one simple deal.
One big, you know, it just gets easier every year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The fish don't have a chance.
No. I mean, until they let us use hand grenades, I guess we'll have to rely on electronics.
Hey, I gotta say, we threw up on our fan page on Facebook a poll, and we asked if you could buy a speedboat or a pontoon, which one? I gotta tell you, pontoon ran away with it. Is that what you see?
Not surprising.
Yeah.
Not surprising. Pontoons have been king for probably 15 years now. I mean, when I started doing this, we had kind of the cabin cruisers were the king of the water, and then they went away. Pontoons, and it's amazing. I mean, pontoons, these are not your pontoons of 20 years ago either. They're amazing, amazing.
Tri-hull and V-hull.
Yeah, tri-hull performance, speed. You put a 350 or 400 on the back end.
Back
or
there.
two.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't have to retire. Get
That's
two.
just it. Yeah, the power's there if you need it. Otherwise, it's a party barge, too.
Absolutely. And I love fishing on a pontoon. My spring trip, my buddy trip, one of the boats is a pontoon. I love, obviously.
You can go everywhere.
Cooler space.
You know, you can trim up those motors. You can go into the weeds if you want to go after the bass. You know, I mean, it's versatile.
Yeah, it really is.
And I imagine we're going to see a lot of new stuff this year.
You are. So I'm going to walk around later on today and get a good grip on what's new. It's very busy during the move-in period, so that's behind us now. But I get excited to walk around and see what is new out there. So I'm looking forward to it as well.
So again, it all starts at noon today, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. It goes from noon today, goes noon to 8. Tomorrow will be 10 to 8. And then Sunday, wrap it up from 10 to 5. Here's the thing. Go to FargoBoatShow.com, and that's going to have all the seminar times all the exhibitors are going to be out there. You can kind of plan your day. And I tell you, one of the things I like is I'll sit up on the concourse during the show, and you look out there and you'll see a family on a pontoon with the mom and the dad and the kids, and they're running around, they're jumping, and they're looking, and they're kind of talking about, this accessory or that one. Yeah. And I'll look over to my left, and there's like 5 guys just standing there. Got a ice cold beverage in their hand, and they're talking, and they're from the same resort, and this is the first time they've seen each other since the end of August, and they're talking about next summer and what they're getting and all that.
Springs around the corner.
Yeah,
man.
I tell you, it's like a little lake resort reunion out there, and just the camaraderie and the feeling and the energy in the dome. It's everybody's getting excited about summer.
It's tradition.
Yes, it is.
32 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Way to go.
Well, as soon as they opened up that dome, my dad said, time to bring a boat show to town. So that's literally what it was. When the dome opened up, we were the first one in.
Wow.
32 years ago, and you were 3 at the time, right?
Exactly. I was a prodigy. Now I'm just grizzled and old as well.
Awesome, boys. We will have a chance for you to win some tickets coming up.
Well, we'll see you at the boat show this weekend. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Well, the boat show's here this weekend, and so we had to ask on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com, would you rather own a speedboat or a pontoon? And boy, did we get a lot of comments. And originally, we thought about adding fishing boat as another choice.
Right, yeah.
And we
like
should
that.
have.
Maybe, but we just wanted to ask. I mean, really just splitting the hairs. A speedboat or a pontoon.
Right. And we did get some write-ins for a fishing boat.
And that's cool.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no wrong answer.
But overall, it looks like...
Overwhelmingly pontoon, the party barge.
Yeah, that's right.
A few people said fishing boat, fast fishing boat, and that's cool. But, with the party barge, man, you can go into the weeds if you want. Trim up your motor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the versatility with a pontoon.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly it with
me,
too.
You can do everything with a pontoon. Denise says... I'm definitely a pontoon girl. Bring your friends. Let's have a party. All right. I will, Denise.
Party barge. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Oh, here's pontoon with a 350 Merc. That's it, Dan. Dan gets it. The power's there when you want it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tracy said used to be a speedboater, but now definitely love our pontoon.
Julie says a decent car. I'm with you, Julie. My car's pushing 280,000 miles.
Becky said pontoon. Can pile 10 friends on it and go cruising the lake and walk from front to the back of the boat easier. LOL. So,
yeah. A lot easier to pee off a pontoon than it is a speedboat, too. Just saying.
Right. Terry said currently have 4 boats, one for every occasion. Well, Terry.
Pontoon decked out. I hope that means water cannon, because that's something they need to put that on for years. An option to have a nice water cannon on a pontoon.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Somebody's got a fire. They had a barbecue. And oh my God, here comes Dave with his water cannon. I got it. Dave Sorensen said both would be great, but it's easier to use a gas grill on a pontoon. Yeah, when you really punch that speedboat, the old Coleman seems to take a ride.
The dogs fly right off. Then they're in the lake.
No ashes. All taken care of. Cleaned right up. Christy says, pontoon boat? What the hell are you going to do with a pontoon boat? Retake Omaha Beach? Good quote.
Yeah.
Eugene said, screw either. Fishing boat, live wells, bait wells, lock storage, deep V. Right on, man. Yeah, again, there's no wrong answer here.
No, there's not. And so let us know.
Yeah, or call it like it is, like Jim Quinlan, pontoon. It's easier to motorboat
while
you're pontooning. Well said, Jim. Well said.
What would you rather own, a speedboat or a pontoon? Leave that comment on our fan page on Facebook at 1079thefox.com. And your chance to win tickets coming up next.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now trending. Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Well, this is a trend on TikTok, and it sounds weird. But South Korea has been telling people to stop eating deep-fried toothpicks.
Deep-fried toothpicks?
Mm-hmm.
What, are you missing fiber in your diet?
Well, here's the deal. I didn't know this, but most toothpicks in South Korea are made of corn and potato starch. So that's why they're somewhat edible.
Oh, you can chew those up. All right, well, that's cool. I suppose wood's at a premium over there,
Do you think they switched to this, or do you think it's always been this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. But apparently people are deep frying them in oil and posting the footage on TikTok. They puff up and kind of look like shoestring fries, but they're green.
It sounds like a skinny cheesy poof. I'm down.
A green skinny cheesy poof.
Yeah.
But then you toss them in some seasoning or powdered cheese. Dude, I now want to try this.
I know, right? Yes.
I now want to eat toothpicks from South Korea.
It sounds like skinny cheesy puffs, man. I'm down with that. That's all cheesy puffs are. It's potato starch and something, right?
Right.
It sounds delicious.
It does.
Why are you getting bent in South Korea about people eating it?
Right?
Unless you're getting it confused with the wood, and then, you're stupid. You should take yourself out anyway.
Yeah. Why don't we make our toothpicks out of that?
Biodegradable.
Right.
They're not, and it's not using up a natural, commodity like wood, on stupid toothpicks.
Would that be wrong of me to use this kind of toothpick on my teeth and then eat it when I'm done?
No. That was food that was already in your mouth.
Right?
So how is that gross?
And I'm being very conservationist.
I'm dubious on how good you can pick your teeth with a cornstarch toothpick, first of all.
I know.
Whether it's deep fried or not. I'm like, I don't know how much, strength compared to the good old American wooden toothpick. That thing's good on everything. That's good for taking out bee stings or cleaning out something. Yeah.
By the way, people say they have a similar consistency to rice cakes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was all in on this until I heard that.
Yeah, I tried picking my teeth with a rice cake once. It didn't work. I don't know.
And rice cakes are like eating hockey pucks.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the cupboards. They got to be empty. Oh, you still got rice cakes back there. That's okay. I was just going to go to the store anyway.
Yeah, they've been there since 1982.
Yep. And they're still good.
They're still good.
Yeah, they're still good.
Happy Friday. The weekend arrives a little early this week, and that's because today is National Fun at Work Day.
Have fun at work.
Well, have fun working.
Have fun at work. Have fun working.
Fun? This is hard work.
It's okay to have fun at work.
Not work. Fun.
My work is fun.
Someone's having fun at work today.
It is National Have Fun at Work Day.
Let's get the show started.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo! Yeah, so bring noisemakers, bring confetti, turn that office into a party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring a crock pot. Put some cocktail weenies in there.
There you go. Or some queso dip.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, well, welcome to it. Happy Friday. But be cautious this morning on your way to work, because just like yesterday, we've got some freezing drizzle and some fog and some icy roads. So we're dealing with that for a little bit yet.
Sounds like that might clear out of here by tomorrow. We might actually have some sunshine.
Yeah, we could use that already. Yeah. Some, is that vitamin B? Or vitamin C?
Vitamin C, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So,
and D, too. No, I don't. I think it's C.
D. Or is it C?
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's S for sun.
Yeah, vitamin sun.
Look at us. Sounding all smart. Right.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
It.
Those daytime highs in the 30s through the weekend. And man, come Monday, not that I want to wish away the weekend, but 40? Wow.
And the climb up there all the way to it is, into the 30s, I can live with that.
Oh, you bet. So that full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 28 at 704.
Welcome to your Friday, 26th day into the new year already. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Happy weekend. And, more than 73,000 North Dakotans have applied for the property tax credit that Tax Commissioner Brian Krosh says have already applied for that. That's pretty darn good. It's part of a three-pronged approach at tax relief to return surplus dollars to citizens. He says it's a refund from taxes levied at local level driven by city and county budgets. And because there's a surplus of extra funds citizens have paid into on the local level, that allows the state to pay them back. He says it's one of the best ways to help the state's economy. Hey, $500?
Yeah, and seriously, it takes like 15 seconds. You really need to know two things, though. Obviously, your social security number.
Yeah.
And your parcel number, because they got to verify the land that you own.
There you go. And yeah,
That's it.
And just look for last year's tax records to find out if you don't know your parcel number.
Right, which I did. I had to look it up.
I have to look mine up. Yeah.
Yeah.
North Dakota BCI shared new photos and videos related to last year's July 14th shooting. The new report gives us a look into the shooter's home in the day leading up to the shooting. Bearcat had his own surveillance cameras in his apartment. Many of the photos released are from those cameras. The night before the shooting, Bearcat was seen trying on a tactical vest and assembling some of his guns. California lawmakers trying to pass a bill that would force all new vehicles to have a speed governor so they can't go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. Here's State Senator Scott Wiener talking about his plan.
Wiener, huh?
Yeah.
It'll still be illegal to go above the speed limit, of course, but it will be physically impossible to make the car go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
What if you're living there in California where they have forest fires all the time? You're trying to get the hell out of there as fast as you can.
Right. What if you have the need for speed?
Yeah.
Where's your Wiener plan then?
What if the aliens attack and you have to dodge the laser beams that they're shooting at you?
Well, sometimes speed can hinder you, too. Then you're going to get spun out, So slow and steady wins that race.
Come on. When's the government going to just lay off a little? Give us a little confidence that we can control ourselves.
Well, the lawmakers, it gets worse. A state Republican senator in Missouri filed a proposal to bring back duels.
Oh, my God.
If one member of the Senate insulted another member, they could challenge them to a duel.
I like that better than the governor on your speed.
I do, too. And they'd have to agree on which weapon to use, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And while you're at it, bring back buckle shoes, will you?
Do you like the buckle shoes?
I don't know, but it just... And metal playground equipment. You want to toughen our kids up?
That's right.
1,000-degree slide.
Hey, I had the metal playground equipment living in the desert of California.
Oh, my God. At least it wasn't ragged and rusty like mine was. Let me pull my shirt up. Check this out. See that? It still tickles on days when the temperature drops. TSA reported that 93% of the gun agents removed from carry-on luggage at U.S. airports last year were loaded.
Oh, my
93%
God.
of them.
Oh, my God.
Also loaded at U.S. airports last year, Southwest pilots.
Wow.
The Nobel Prize winner behind the Big Bang Theory died.
Oh?
Specifically of a heart attack after the umpteenth idiot said, "I love your show." This is the guy that, theorized the whole Big Bang. By the way, one of the hillbillies from Deliverance died.
Oh.
He'll be buried on top of Ned Beatty, I think. And did you see this about Home Depot? They're selling a replica of Mel Gibson's sword from Braveheart.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, it's sold out now. The thing went viral, and it was like $50.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect if you're heading into battle with a tyrannical English king. Man, that's all you need, dude.
Take that for your weapon if you end up in a duel.
There's your blatherskite news for now.
Oh, and by the way, I looked it up. Vitamin D is the sunshine vitamin.
It is D.
It is D. So there you go. Yeah.
That's why do they put it in milk, I wonder?
Vitamin D?
Yeah, and vitamin D enriched milk,
And it's made with sunshine.
I thought that was, milk. There you go.
Yeah, made with sunshine.
You can always learn something new every day.
We should have known that. I feel kind of dumb now.
I do feel stupid right here in front of everybody.
All right, coming up. Hey, old Sarah is back, the biggest Detroit Lions fan we know, besides Steve. And your last chance to win tickets to see Hairball. They're at Shields Arena tomorrow. That's coming up here at 7:35. But we've got some NFL news for you next in sports.
Gumberg high on the right side. Bowden with 10 to shoot. Drives in the baseline, throws it at traffic, and Feddersen slams it down. Get up there, Noah. Two-handed jam for the redshirt freshman. His 18th point in the game. And the Bison back up by 5, 46-41.
Yeah, Fetty with the dunk. He had a career high last night, 20 points to lead the Bison. They were up at half, but dang it. They had a bad second half and fell to St. Thomas 79-66. Shoot.
Yeah, that's tough.
The Bison will have this weekend off before playing at South Dakota State and North Dakota next week. So the Jacks and the Fighting Hawks are on the schedule for next week. That's going to be tough. Meanwhile, our Wolves went into Brooklyn. No sleep till Brooklyn. The Wolves won 96-94 over the Nets. They've got the Spurs tomorrow on the road. Meanwhile, the Wild, they gave up 3 goals in the third to lose 3-2 to the Predators.
Come on.
They're home to take on the Ducks tomorrow. So Joe Buck now admits he would redo the infamous Randy Moss disgusting act call. He was asked which call in his career would he like to
take back.
Yeah, which one he'd like to have back, and he didn't even hesitate. He said the Randy Moss call for sure. The mooning touchdown celebration for Moss.
That is disgusting.
He said, quote, the more time goes on, the more I think, man, I can't believe that came out of my mouth. That was too far. And plus, he knows the situation a little better now, too. That was a tradition for Green Bay Packer fans to moon the visiting teams when they left.
Yep.
And so Randy Moss just beat him to it.
Right.
Because he had been there a few times.
Yep.
To Lambeau.
It's an inside joke between the teams and those that know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Buck went on to say, quote, the irony of it is we were at Fox together for a brief while. We were at ESPN together. My wife, Michelle, does the pregame show. Of all the people on that pregame show, the nicest human being to my wife was Randy.
I'm not surprised. I've always heard that. He's a pretty chill, cordial guy.
Yeah, I heard a story not too long ago, too, from somebody who played with Randy during his rookie season as a Viking, and it was kind of a hazing thing. The rookies had to buy everybody lunch, dinner, that kind of stuff. And Randy knew the kid wasn't making a whole lot, and he was asked to flip the bill.
Which I'm sure was sizable.
Very sizable. Randy slipped him all the money he needed to cover that bill.
No kidding.
Yeah. But made it look like he still covered it.
Right, without taking credit.
Yep.
That's pretty stand up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, nursing home residents in Baltimore have suggestions for Taylor Swift and her posse when they visit this weekend for the playoff game. Their suggestions included places like the Inner Harbor, the local aquarium, and Jimmy's Famous Seafood. Ever been to any of those?
I've been to Jimmy's.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they got a couple of those, but they're good.
Oh, well,
yeah, blue crab season, man. Get in there. The soft shell crab. You eat the shell and everything.
But these boys are coming from KC. They like barbecue.
Well, put some sauce on it. Live a little.
Travis Kelce and the Chiefs are 3.5-point underdogs to the Ravens. That's the first game there on Sunday for the AFC Championship and the right to go to Super Bowl 58. Kickoff at 2. Following that, the Lions in San Francisco. The 49ers 7-point favorites on Sunday. We'll have to find out what old Sarah feels about that, right? Yeah. That's your Fox Sports. At Fox Forecast again with some freezing, drizzle, and fog this morning. Slippery roads, too, so give yourself a little extra time. 30s for the daytime highs today, tomorrow, Sunday, and then 40 by Monday. It's all there at 1079thefox.com. Still at 28 at 7:15.
And speaking of old Sarah, she's back. The biggest Detroit Lions fan we know, other than Steve. And she lives in Wisconsin. We're going to have her back on the show and talk about this weekend coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Yeah, time to get old Sarah on the line.
See what her new adventures are going.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How's Fargo? How are we doing?
We're doing great. We've been thinking about you guys and wondering what's going on. Are you going out to San Fran or what?
I am not. I can't swing it. If the goddamn Packers just would have won that game, I don't know why Jordan Love didn't throw it out of bounds or call a frickin' timeout. I'd be going to Detroit for the NFC Championship. And no, I can't go. Can't make it out to San Fran, unfortunately. I don't want to go there anyway. Who wants to leave Wisconsin in January? I mean, the weather, the people. So no, I will be here.
Right.
Yeah, it's an expensive town too, let alone getting there.
Right.
Yeah, and I just, it's not the Midwest. They're not my people.
And again, it is very true. It is always the Packers' fault, no matter what. It's always the damn Packers'
I
fault.
know. What a joke.
Love if Love
what
would
a
have
clown.
been channeling in his inner Brett Favre and decided to throw across the body into triple coverage. Jeez.
Oh, but I was sad because one, I wanted the Lions to beat the out of the Packers in the NFC Championship, and two, I wanted to go to the game. But guys, it feels great always to watch the Packers lose. Am I right? I mean, how mad could we be?
Absolutely.
That was kind of a win-win situation for you, wasn't it?
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah. So you did go to the last playoff game. Now you were there for the Lions beat down of the Bucs.
I did, and I'll tell you, it was pure energy and joy. Like the week before, there was a lot. Like there was some anxiety, right? First time Stafford's back, the whole kit and caboodle. That was, you could tell there was. This time, I don't think a single person doubted that we were going to take him down. Like it was just from the jump, it was a party atmosphere. From the jump, it was like we're already thinking about next week, which can be dangerous. But when you're going up against a guy named Baker, like what do you have to worry about? So yeah, it was great. It was just as loud.
Sarah, you guys could be going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, think about that. I want to know right now. Just think about that. If they win, they're going to Super Bowl 58. How do you think you're going to react?
I think I've thought about this because I've been making plans of what I want to do for the game. I think it's going to be like a freeze response. Like I think my body's just going to shut down.
Yeah, as a Vikings fan, I don't even know how I'd feel.
I think I'm just gonna look around. I think I'm gonna be totally numb and then tears. I'm gonna have no control over any reaction of my body. Like I'm gonna be lost. Because it's not gonna feel real. In no world can this feel real, right?
Right.
I mean, but what do you guys think? I mean, do you think there's a chance that we can win in San Fran?
I do.
That's why they do call it any given Sunday. Now,
who knows how Debo's going to be too?
Yeah, that's a key to the San Francisco success. Of course, is Debo Samuel. You guys are 7-point underdog. That's kind of a big thing. But
dude, when that line went up, I was like, okay, I understand we're an underdog, but I mean, I threw money on that because I'm like, even if we don't win, I think it's going to be a closer game than that. But San Fran's got something to prove because the Packers kind of went in there and made them look, not great. So the Niners have
them earlier this year. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they can fall apart for sure, but the thing about that San Fran team, man, is that when they pop, they pop. Like, there are moments when you're watching that and you're like, oh my, okay, this is football. This is tough guys playing a tough game. And I mean, and I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. We're friends at this point, so I'm not going to lie to you guys. Jared Goff would cruising through this postseason and not throwing any interceptions. Like, there is a piece of me that's like, that luck runs out. You know what I mean? Like that for any quarterback.
I think that's the key now, on that side of the ball for you guys. If they get a lot of pressure on Goff, you know this. If they get a lot of pressure on Goff and they can create pressure with just their full down front, and then they're dropping more guys back, that makes it tough to throw the ball. So maybe I think Gibbs could be your key player this game.
Yep.
You throw those small dump off passes, and that kid, he's got wiggle.
He's got wheels.
Yeah, he's got wheels and he's got wiggle to him.
It's totally. I mean, it's possible, and there's a piece of me that's like, I'm already there, right? Like these boys can't fail. But I am nervous watching San Fran against the Packers. I was nervous.
Well, my mom's a 49ers fan, and I think she's nervous too. But I got an important question for you, Sarah. We'll come back and I'll ask you.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
We're back with our new pal, Old Sarah, and her new adventures.
The biggest Detroit Lions fan we know, besides Steve.
Other than Steve.
Do you guys have a Lions bar in Fargo? Are you watching with any Lions fans?
It's mostly in the men's room.
Now, Sarah, you got to understand. First off, you guys have not done anything like this since 1957. So,
So you don't have that diehard group that's been getting together for the last 57 years?
No, 50 years ago I think we did this area.
They all died off. This is why we've been calling you. We only only know one other Lions fan besides you.
Well, and that's the blessing and the curse, I suppose, of being in a state without a pro team, right? Like, you do kind of get the chance to be like, well, if the Lions had done anything over the last 50 years, maybe you'd have some fans, but good God, like, why would you tie yourself to this if your parents didn't force you to grow up in that town, you know?
Right.
Why would you get on this sinking ship?
Yeah, but we're Vikings fans, so
I know, and it's weird that you picked the Vikings. It's weird that you picked the Vikings, but I bet you both look good in purple.
That does bring up my thought that I've had for a while, and we've just never got a chance to talk about it. How did you become a Lions fan growing up in Wisconsin?
So I am not from Wisconsin. I am from Michigan.
Oh, you are? Okay. That makes more sense, yes.
So I moved here 13 years ago, and I've always worked in sports bars. So from the jump, I was the Lions group here had a long-standing spot where they watched the games, right? But the bar that I worked at, we were approached by Cleveland Browns fans, and they were like, "Hey, we need a place to watch our games. Do you have anyone that would, be willing to do that?" And I overheard that, and I was like, "Guys, I'm a Lions fan. Like, if you give me one TV for Lions, we can just watch our teams lose every week together and commiserate together." So I bartended for the Brownie backers for a long time, and then once the Lions spot that bar closed, and they migrated to the bar that I'm at now. Well, now we all watch it here.
Right.
So for a long, when I first got to Wisconsin,
I get it.
Yeah, when I first moved to Wisconsin, because everybody here that's not a Packers fan, we find each other. Like we find each other, and we hate being in this state on a Sunday. We hate being in bars. So we find each other. So yeah, the Brownie backers were a great crew. I'm like always, a secondary Browns fan because of that, and the Lions fan that we have now that comes to Jack's. Oh my God, you guys! On Sunday, everyone's whining and crying because the Packers lost, and they're blaming everybody else. But there was one spot that was loud and hype, and it was my friend sent me videos from here. Oh my God, the building was shaking. It was amazing. The Lions fan, like nobody mentioned the Packers. Nobody remembered the Packers. Like it was all Detroit all day,
awesome.
And it was wild. And we're coming back. Like since I'm not going, I'll be here this Sunday with 200 of Wisconsin's finest Lions fans.
Right. So now I got to know this too, because I know when we started talking to you at the beginning of the season, as a Lions fan, you kept repeating that it really doesn't matter. We're used to losing. It doesn't matter. But now that you're this close.
Now that I have a taste.
Close. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night, and I just feel like regardless, like what a season. I've had so much fun. We've had so much fun. The two games that I went to, I will never forget, like what a thing for the city, for the fans, for everybody's grandpa, who's watched this team lose for their entire lifetime. But now that I have a taste and it's like in the realm of possibility, like I will never be someone that, you guys, if we talk next week and it doesn't go our way, I'm not going to badmouth Campbell or Goff or anybody, even if it's a rough game, even if there's a lot of screw-ups, because what this team has done, I'm proud, I'm excited, I'm happy. So it matters. Like there's a little piece of me that I didn't let get excited all season for like the big show, Like I thought playoffs, I thought NFC, top of the division, but I didn't let myself get there, and I've let myself get there now, and now that I've had that taste, like I want it. I'm hungry. I want it. I want it so bad.
I hear you, sister. Well, no matter what, yes, we want to talk to you next week.
Oh, regardless.
Heck yeah. If the Lions are in the Super Bowl, you guys coming down to Milwaukee to watch it or what?
That would be fun.
That would be fun. But
is there a special that we should know about?
Oh yeah, if you get a pitcher of beer, you get free pizza, and or a bucket of beers, you get free pizza. So every bucket, free pizza, and then you can come and, dude, and you can see I know you don't have a lot of Lions fans there. You want to see some diehard Lions fans. This is probably the closest spot to you guys.
Absolutely. Except for the one guy we know, his name's Steve. He's a huge Lions fan, but he grew up in Michigan as well. So
Yeah, he's a Detroit kid, too. So.
yeah.
Well, Steve sounds like a homie. Why doesn't he get him my number? What the heck?
Steve's a home. Steve's fighting a good fight right now, so we're rooting for the Lions as much for you as, of course, for Steve.
Yeah.
He's battling down in Mayo right now, but he's kicking butt.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's go. For you and me, Steve. Let's go Lions.
Right.
Come on.
There you go.
Right.
Love it. Old Sarah. Yes.
Honey,
Yes. All right, guys. Next week, let's hope we're talking and let's hope we're happy.
All right, go Lions.
All right, fellas. Go Lions. Bye.
See you, Sarah.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Well, this is a trend on TikTok, and it sounds weird. But South Korea has been telling people to stop eating deep-fried toothpicks.
Deep-fried toothpicks? Mm-hmm. What, are you missing fiber in your diet?
Well, here's the deal. I didn't know this, but most toothpicks in South Korea are made of corn and potato starch. So that's why they're somewhat edible.
Oh, no, you can chew those up. All right, well, that's cool. I suppose wood's at a premium over there, you know.
Do you think they switched to this, or do you think it's always been this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. But apparently people are deep frying them in oil and posting the footage on TikTok. They puff up and kind of look like shoestring fries, but they're green.
It sounds like a skinny cheesy poof. I'm down.
A green skinny cheesy poof.
Yeah.
But then you toss them in some seasoning or powdered cheese. Dude, I now want to try this.
I know, right? Yes.
I now want to eat toothpicks from South Korea.
It sounds like skinny cheesy puffs, man. I'm down with that. That's all cheesy puffs are. It's potato starch and something, right?
Right.
It sounds delicious.
It does.
Why are you getting bent in South Korea about people eating it?
Right?
Unless you're getting it confused with the wood, and then, you're stupid. You should take yourself out anyway.
Yeah. Why don't we make our toothpicks out of that?
Biodegradable,
right?
They're not, and it's not using up a natural, commodity like wood, on stupid toothpicks.
Would that be wrong of me to use this kind of toothpick on my teeth and then eat it when I'm done?
No, that was food that was already in your mouth,
right?
So how is that gross?
And I'm being very conservationist.
I'm dubious on how good you can pick your teeth with a cornstarch toothpick, first of all.
I know.
Whether it's deep fried or not. I'm like, I don't know how much, strength compared to the good old American wooden toothpick. That thing's good on everything. That's good for taking out bee stings or cleaning out something. Yeah.
By the way, people say they have a similar consistency to rice cakes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was all in on this until I heard that.
Yeah, I tried picking my teeth with a rice cake once. It didn't work. I don't know.
And rice cakes are like eating hockey pucks.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be the cupboards. It got to be empty. And we still got rice cakes back there. That's okay. I was just going to go to the store anyway.
Yeah, they've been there since 1982.
Yep. Hey, they're still good.
They're still good.
Yeah, they're still good.
Happy Friday. The weekend arrives a little early this week, and that's because today is National Fun at Work Day.
Have fun at work.
Well, have fun working.
Have fun at work. Have fun working.
Fun? This is hard work.
It's okay to have fun at work.
Not work. Fun.
My work is fun.
Someone's having fun at work today.
It is National Have Fun at Work Day.
Let's get the show started.
Yeah.
I sure hope you have a job that you at least can have fun at. It may not be a fun job, but you can have fun there.
Yep. We're having fun.
Yeah, squirting some hydraulic fluid at somebody's back without them knowing,
Dave brought in pizza.
I did.
You know how that
you did last Friday, so it was only fair.
It just automatically makes things fun when you got pizza.
It does.
Yeah.
Like a party.
Yeah, pizza party on a Friday. You kidding me? All right, well, here's that Fox forecast. Not so fun this morning, dealing with icy roads and freezing drizzle and fog again, but it is going to get better with daytime highs reaching the 30s. That'll be every day this weekend and 40 by Monday, man. Woo. That full Fox forecast anytime at 1079thefox.com. We have 28 at 8:05.
Man, welcome to it. You're finally here for a Friday, and here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. 26th day of the new year. More than 73,000 North Dakotans have already applied for the property tax credit to date. Crocius, our tax commissioner, says it's part of a three-prong approach at tax relief to return surplus dollars to us citizens. He says it's a refund from taxes levied at the local level, driven by city and county budgets. And he says there's a surplus of extra funds citizens have paid into on the local level, and that, allows the state to pay them back. He says this is one of the best ways to help the state's economy.
I like it.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's easy to go to nd.gov.
Yeah.
And just you'll see it there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, $500 in credit. Now, that's not going to apply to your taxes that you're going to do here in April. You won't get this until December.
Right,
so then
not till the end of the year.
Your credit for next year.
It still works for me.
Yeah,
You
right.
bet, right. The North Dakota BCI shared new photos and videos related to last year's July 14th shooting. The new report gives us a look into the shooter's home and his day leading up to the shooting. Bearcat had his own surveillance cameras in his apartment. Many of the photos released are from those cameras on the night before the shooting. We see Bearcat trying on a tactical vest and assembling some of his guns. California lawmakers trying to pass a bill that would force all new vehicles to have a speed governor so they can't go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. It's the Wiener rule. Here's Senator Scott Wiener talking about his plan.
It'll still be illegal to go above the speed limit, of course, but it will be physically impossible to make the car go more than 10 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Well, how are you going to drag race on the back roads, huh?
Not very practical. Here's some rando facts for you. NASA has its own music station called Third Rock Radio.
Really?
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun retirement radio gig.
Right?
Yep, wearing a space helmet and coming on in like this and Sunny Alpha 6.
You think David Bowie's a popular request?
I suppose he would be a top artist.
Yeah.
And 80% of the population of the United States, 80% lives within a 2-hour flight of Atlanta. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Someone in England donated a jar of Uncle Ben's cheese sauce to a food bank that expired in June of 1998.
Oh, yikes.
Every year at the haunt, God bless everybody that comes out, but we try to find the oldest thing. Every year somebody brings something.
Well, some of those
wicked
canned
old.
goods never go bad, right?
Much like Uncle Ben's cheese sauce, I suppose. Man in California set a record by collecting 1,136 hotel key cards. Who the hell would want that?
What are you going to do with that?
Moron.
I will say
Why
this.
our prices are going up because of this guy.
Right? I was told once that some hotels actually put all of your information onto those key cards.
I've been told that too.
So I never leave them behind anymore. I take them home and I destroy them.
Yep.
So.
Send them to this guy. That'd be a
Yes.
scratch off the back with a coin or something. Jon Stewart's returning to The Daily Show. It's only because Ryan Seacrest wasn't available, I'm pretty sure.
There must have been something.
Yeah, and it was something. It smelled like something like that. And Dolly Parton's launching a line of baking products.
Really,
Have
Dolly?
you seen that? Yeah, it's called Betty Knocker, I think, or something like that.
Betty Knocker.
I could be wrong on that. And in her new book, Hugh Hefner's widow, Crystal, says Hugh was bad at sex.
What?
I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that Hugh's bad at sex might have something to do with him being 90 and not having a pulse. That might have had something to do with it. That's your news for night now. You're up to date.
Okay, hey, Sam and his quick picks in the NFL. Who does he have going to Super Bowl 58? We'll talk to him here at about 8:20. But speaking of sports, your schedule for the weekend next.
Scumberg high on the right side. Bowden with 10 to shoot. Drives in the baseline, throws it at traffic, and Feddersen slams it down. Get up there, Noah. Two-handed jam for the redshirt freshman. His 18th point in the game. And the Bison back up by 5, 46-41.
Yeah, Fetty would go on to score a career-high 20 to lead the Bison. They were up at half, but had a bad second half. Dang it. And they fell to St. Thomas 79-66. I have to get them next time. The Bison do have the weekend off, and then they'll be back next week with a couple of key games. The Jacks and the Fighting Hawks. Yeah. They'll be at South Dakota State and at UND come next week. Meanwhile, the Wolves went into Brooklyn and took down the Nets. See how I did that? 96-94 your final there. They'll be at the Spurs tomorrow. So the Wolves with that win remain the best in the West. They got a half-game lead over OKC. Meanwhile, the Wild, man, they gave up 3 goals in the third, and they lost to the Predators 3-2. They'll be back on the ice tomorrow at home against the Ducks. So, Joe Buck now admits he would redo the infamous Randy Moss disgusting act call.
Meaning he wants to take it back?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was asked which call in his career would he like to have back, and without hesitating one bit, he said the Randy Moss call for sure. The mooning touchdown celebration, of course, from Moss back in the day. Quote, the more time goes on, the more I think, man, I can't believe that came out of my mouth. That was too far, he said. And then he went on to say that the irony of it is we were at Fox together for a brief while. We're at ESPN together. My wife, Michelle, does the pregame show. Of all the people on that pregame show, the nicest human being to my wife, Randy Moss.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time, shut up, Joe Buck.
Absolutely. And finally, nursing home residents in Baltimore have suggestions for Taylor Swift and her posse when they visit.
Is it put clothes on?
For this weekend's playoff game. No, their suggestions include the Inner Harbor, the local aquarium.
Oh, places to go.
Yeah, and Jimmy's famous seafood.
Fisherman's Wharf, yeah, you get some seafood.
Well, I hope she stops by that nursing home and gives those residents a little bit of a visit.
Yeah, with clothes on.
With clothes on.
Yeah, they can't take that.
Well, Taylor will be in Baltimore along with her hubby, soon-to-be hubby, I should say, right? Travis Kelce, of course, of the Chiefs, taking on the Ravens. The Chiefs, 3.5-point underdogs in this matchup for the AFC Championship.
How about that?
Yeah, that kicks things off on Sunday at 2. The next game after that, the 49ers, who are 7-point favorites, will be hosting the Lions. So who's going to Super Bowl 58? We'll have more on that in just a bit, but that's your Fox Sports. That Fox Forecast again with freezing drizzle and fog this morning. That is also creating some slippery conditions out there. Be careful. Not only on the roadways, but the walkways, too.
Oof.
Daytime highs reaching the 30s today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and by Monday, 40, man. That's your Fox Forecast. Currently 28 at 8:15.
Sammy's in the house at his quick picks in the NFL this weekend. Who's he got going to Super Bowl 58? We'll find out coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show
with Sam's 3 quick picks.
On 107.9, The Fox.
Hey, fellas.
Sam, beautiful voice of the bison. Boy, it wouldn't be a Friday if we didn't have you on, man.
Ready to go, boys. It's going to be a fun football weekend.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yep. We got a big Sunday planned.
Yeah. We got the AFC and NFC championships and, of course, the right to go to Super Bowl 58. So, of course, no 3 picks because there's only 2 games, right?
Yeah, these are the 2 biggest ones of the year. We got to get these right.
All right. So we'll start with the first game of the day on Sunday. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff in Baltimore. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorites over the defending champs, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Who do you got, bud?
You know, I've been conflicted on this one because I'm not a huge Chiefs guy. You know, I've got a little bit of Chiefs fatigue. I've told you guys that on the show here over the last couple of weeks.
Well, I don't think you're alone on that. I think everybody likes to see a change up.
Yeah, you know, and so I'm kind of making this pick rooting for who I want to win. I'm going to go with Baltimore. What the Chiefs did last weekend was incredible. You know, going to Buffalo in a tough environment, winning on the road outside of Arrowhead, I thought that was a really good job by Mahomes. I mean, we're witnessing greatness with him. And if he wins this game, I mean, my God, who's to say that they're not going to win a 3rd Super Bowl?
Right.
You know, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at right here.
Yeah.
And, you know, the NFL wants them to win because of the whole Kelce and Swift thing, right? They want Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. That's what they want. But I'm going to go against it. I'm going to go with Baltimore. I think their defense really is legit. I mean, Mike McDonald, who used to be at Michigan, he came over, was previously with the Ravens before that as an assistant, now as the D coordinator. He's been phenomenal. Something tells me it could be the year of Harbaugh, right? Jim Harbaugh won it all at Michigan. Now he's going to go to the Chargers. John Harbaugh putting together another season with Baltimore. I'm going to go with the Ravens in a thriller. I think Lamar Jackson finally gets to a Super Bowl. It's close, but I'm going to go with Baltimore.
Well, and then there's the Popeyes factor that we've talked about.
Yes, that's what I'm going for.
We're pulling for the Ravens because if a bird team wins it all, we get free chicken.
You know what? I think that's all the more reason I'm right there with you, fellas.
That's what I thought you were going to go with.
Well, yeah.
I thought you were going to go with the chicken lean, yeah.
Well, we'll come back and have you give us your pick for the second game, the NFC Championship, between none other than the 49ers and those Lions.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
with Sam's 3 quick picks.
On 107.9, The Fox.
We're back with our man Sam Niederman, voice of the Bison 1660, and let's talk some more NFL.
Yeah, again, only 2 picks this weekend, not 3, because there's only 2 games. And the winners are going to Super Bowl 58. So again, the first game on Sunday, the Chiefs and the Ravens, you took the Birds from Baltimore. Well, and then, of course, in the second game in the NFC Championship, the 49ers are at home. I don't know if that really helped them all that much last week, but they're 7-point favorites over, I guess they're kind of considered the Cinderella team of the bunch, the Detroit Lions. They're in the NFC Championship game, a place they haven't been at since 1957, I think it is.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, predating a lot of us there. I mean, this is a great game. This is a great story with Detroit. You know, this is a magical run that their fans have deserved. I mean, they've waited generations for something like this in Detroit with their Lions. And you know, the San Fran's a great team. I kind of did the Cardinals sin last week. I assumed, right? I said the Packers would make it a close game. I did pick the Niners. But watching that game 3 quarters in, I was like, this is Green Bay's game. And they unfortunately gave it away. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't think San Fran had it in him. I didn't think Purdy had it in him to lead them on that go-ahead scoring drive. Made a couple of nice throws, had a really big run to get them a first down. So San Fran, everybody's going to be picking San Fran, as you said, Moose. I mean, they're 7-point favorites. But something tells me we're going to get an unexpected curveball this championship weekend, and I think it's the Detroit Lions. I'm going to pick Detroit to go in on the road. I think Dan Campbell and what he's built is going to prevail here. I think Jared Goff has played, like, really underratedly well in these 2 postseason games for the Lions. I mean, he's been really, really nice for them. I think if he takes care of the football, plays within himself like he has been, I think he's just as good, if not better, than Purdy. I know there's a lot of hate that gets thrown Brock Purdy's way. He's won a lot of ball games, but when the Niners have been in close games, save for last week, they have lost these games. Remember, they lost a game against the Browns in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I think you rattle his cage. That might be the ticket.
And that was against like a backup quarterback for the Browns before they had found Flacco. So I think Detroit finds a way here, guys. I think they scrap it out. They kind of give me like New York Giants wild card vibes, like those Giants teams that won Super Bowls with Eli Manning. I think that's ample comparison for Goff. I'm going to say the Lions go in there, they pull off the shocker, they beat San Fran.
How about that? That would be amazing. You know, again, like you said, the 49ers have kind of been the class act of the NFC, so that would be something for the Lions to go in there. Something, again, that they haven't ever done, and that is appear in a Super Bowl. Hey, he's coming off a 3-1 weekend, an overall record of 33-22, hoping to go 2-0. He's taking the Ravens, and he's taking the Lions in an upset. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, I think we got it there, guys. That's the word. Go take it to the bank.
All right. Well, you be safe out there. I know we're finding you on the road. Where are you heading to?
We're in St. Paul right now. St. Paul, Minnesota, NDSU basketball. So it's not too shabby being back here in the Twin Cities for the first time since we were here at U.S. Bank Stadium for football all the way back on Labor Day weekend.
Sure.
Ooh, get yourself some White Castles.
Yeah, I'll bring you some back, Dave.
Thanks,
how about that?
Buddy. All right, Sam Niederman, you be safe out there. We'll see you back in the hallways.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks, Sam.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.